everyone, my name is Michael Wong. I'm an Australian lawyer and a registered migration agent. In this video, I'm going to talk about what has happened in this week of the Australian migration. The first one I would like to talk about is the PTE. Now, PTE is an English proficiency test. On the 1st of December, it actually issued a report to say like how to adjust the concordance between the PTE result and IELTS result. The major effect will be they're going to raise the score requirement or equivalency for PTE for proficient English, IELTS 7. Okay, in the past for IELTS 7, it requires you to have PTE 65. Now, after the 1st of December, PTE believe that you have to have PTE score 66 to achieve the IELTS 7 level. So, and for the superior English, IELTS 8, PTE believe that you have to get 84 instead of 79 to achieve IELTS 8 level. However, this is only the change of the PTE. The Department of Home Affairs has not announced anything to say the legislation for the English requirement will be changed at any time. However, I have no idea when the change will be and how the change will be. So we have to wait and see what the Department of Home Affairs will do. The second one will be the PSMOL, is a priority occupation list. To be invited for the 189 visa, 190 visa or 491 visa, the immigration or the Department of Home Affairs actually required the applicants have an occupation on the priority occupation list. And the Department of Home Affairs is going to include social workers into the priority occupation list. Therefore, we were able to see some invitation to social workers to apply for the 189, 190 and 491 visa in the future very soon. Then I'm going to talk about the change to support family visa applicants. Alan Touch, now the minister for the immigration, is going to put on a bill to the Parliament of the Australian Parliament to help those visa applicants who apply for a certain visa that has to be applied offshore, so not in Australia, and has to be granted offshore. However, some of the applicants, they are now in Australia because of the COVID, and they can't return to home country for the grant of the visa. In that case, immigration, if the bill has been passed, immigration of the Department of Home Affairs can actually grant them a visa when they are in Australia. So there's kind of consideration to those who can't return to their home country or depart Australia to get the visa granted. Then I'm going to talk about the Victoria 188C investment visa, significant investment visa nomination by the Victorian government. The Victorian government has reopened the nomination schemes on the 30th of November and going to use all the interim quota that is allocated before the 6th of October. However, because the quota for this year, the final quota has not been released by the federal government, the state government is going to use the interim quota, and when the interim quota is finished and the federal government has not released any quota, they will not continue the program until the quota has been released. I have to remind you again, this quota, the interim quota, the remaining interim quota, will be only opened to those who would like to apply for the significant investment visa in Victoria. The other business visa, Victorian government will not accept any application at this stage. And for the South Australia skilled program, the skilled nomination program, the South Australian government actually planned to announce the new state nomination scheme in late November or early December. However, because, as I said, the federal government has not released any quota for the financial year 2020 to 2021. Therefore, the South Australian government has postponed the announcement. We have no idea when the announcement will be out, but we have to wait and see. Now we're going to talk about the COVID situation in Australia. Victorian offshore high school student has to do remote learning again in term 1 and term 2 in 2021 because the government, the Victorian government, believe that the Australian border will not be opened. It's a sad news, however, I think it's quite promising because the UK government has already approved the use of vaccination. We'll have to see what the Australian government will do if they approve the vaccination and immunize the Australian people. I believe the Australian border will be open very soon, and I can't rule out any possibility that the state government is going to change their mind to accept international students, high school students, back to Australia to study their high school in term 2. I can't rule out that possibility. Next will be about the Northern government. The Northern Territory government is going to upgrade the facility to cater more travelers to Northern Territory for the quarantine facility. So at the moment, the Northern Territory is going to take 500 travelers from overseas every fortnight, and they will improve the quarantine facility to the capacity of 1,000 travelers per fortnight. Lastly, we're going to say this is the 35th consecutive day that in Victoria we have no COVID case. So I would say Victoria has managed this the COVID-19 pandemic quite well, and because of this, most of the state has opened the border between the state and the Victoria. The border between Victoria and Tasmania, South Australia, Queensland, New South Wales, and the Capital Territory have been opened. And for Western Australia, the border will be opened on 8th of December, so it's next week. And on the 7th of December, this will be the Melbourne Airport, the Melbourne International Airport, will accept the first flight in the last few weeks. The first flight in the last few weeks is an international flight to the Melbourne Airport. So the border is going to be opened. The quarantine system is in place already. So we hope the COVID-19 pandemic will be gone and we will see lots of people in Australia. That's all for today, and if you like this video, please give us a thumb up. Remember to subscribe our channel and hit the bell so that we can remind you if we have new videos. Thanks a lot. See you next time.